Good morning, everyone. This is Janet Wakeland with Remarkably Created, and we are on our fourth video in debuting 2025 January releases from Stampin' Up. As a reminder, there will be 4 different releases in January, all debuting on January 7th. We have new product coming from our little paper print mini catalog. We have products being released directly online. We have products coming from our scrapbooking release, and it's also Sale-a-bration, where you'll be rewarded for shopping with exclusively designed products for those of you choosing to shop during Sale-a-bration, which is January and February. And I'll be providing you with all of the details around all of that as we get closer. For right now, I just want to inspire you with the new products coming, sharing some tips that I've learned as I played with these products and things like that. So today I have 2 products that work really, really well together. One is an exclusive Sale-a-bration item, and it's called Corner and Bloom. And as you can see, you've got these great flowers that are done on a corner, so a 90-degree angle, and then some individual flowers. They're also really nicely designed in that they're open enough to really get in there and color. So you're going to have some fun with this one, and this is a Sale-a-bration offering. And then the other one is one that's being directly released online, and this is our Spring Corners bundle. And again, you can see those greetings at a 90-degree angle. You've got some crosshatch doodling. You've got a couple of other little bonus features as well with this. In addition, there is a set of dies. These dies will work alone. There is 2 images that will die cut the this image here, as well as the flowers. But these are obviously balloons and very easy to color. You've got some corner pieces. You've got what would be a sun, a circle, 3 size hearts. You've got this flower element here, and then another element here. And I want to show you what they look like when they're die cut so that you're not confused when they arrive. So this corner element here cuts out, okay? It doesn't cut completely out. It cuts the image out from your cardstock. Here I use the stylish shaped square and just cut down in the corner. These 2 little matching pieces here also do the same thing with an added twist. The little petals can be lifted up to kind of give you a little bit of a 3D image, and you'll see that on a card. These 2 corner pieces cut out completely. You've got your 3 size hearts. You've got this, I always either think of it as a sun or the sale stickers that you see sometimes on items in stores. Another nice circle. And then, of course, you can die cut the balloons and that. So let's take a look at some of the samples that I've created. And then I want to share some tips that I've learned working with these. So here is the first one. In this case, I paired the Corner and Bloom with the die, and I simply used the die to create an edge. And that's one of the first tips for you, is that you can easily create a beautiful kind of scallopy, lacy looking edge with those pieces. You don't have to use them as a right angle piece. You can simply snip them. So in this case, I would snip mine right here. And then I have 2 long pieces that I can use as edging. So nothing says that you have to use them at a 90-degree angle. You can also see how I colored that. Sneak peek greeting coming, as well as some really fun paper that's coming. So again, here's that Corner and Bloom, and then here's the first tip for you actually, is using those fun corner pieces this way. So another beautiful new papers, and just keeping it really simple. And just repeated this. This is a square, so it's the size up from this one. I stamped in both corners and then cut it on a diagonal is how we achieved this look. Punched some holes, threaded it, and then here you can see how I raised those flowers. And I find that just kind of pinching them a little bit and working them helps keep them up and lifted. So, and we've got some beautiful paper on that one. Again, just repeating that concept of using the scallop. And then for this one, I die cut that relief corner piece, and I tacked it down, and I simply used aqua painters and ink ink pads to color right through the openings. Okay, it just gave us that really pretty look. And then we just speckled a little bit of pecan on there when I was done coloring the centers, and just kind of offset it just a little bit. So just for a nice different look. In this case, I was inspired by a sample that Stampin' Up! Provided to demonstrators early when we were doing our pre-order. Modified it a little bit to rainbow colors because I wanted bright, because you brighten my day. And here, just playing with those fun pieces. I look at these, I also see an erector set. Dating myself a little bit, but my brother always had erector sets when we were kids. Here you can see that You Brighten My Day, mixing and matching those. We're always looking for cards for the men in our life. And so here, I just took a piece from the Adventurous Sky designer paper. Little crosshatch here, wishing you an amazing day. There is already a pre-printed plane. I added a 3-dimensional plane and some clouds over there. And we have a really fun card for the men in our life. For this one, so the other tip for you is not only can you cut these pieces apart, you can also cut the greetings apart. There's a nice break in all of the corner greetings. And so through the happy and the sad, that was a corner greeting, and I cut them apart. And then for this one, I stamped on the corner, and then I just fussy cut around it just to kind of give it another look. And I love the fun layouts that we're able to achieve, something a little different. I think the corners have us thinking outside the box just a little bit. So I love that, okay? And the greetings pair nicely inside the corner of that. And your corners, I tend to put my corners off in the right side, you may have noticed, but they can go upside down, they can go in the lower left. It's totally up to you how you want to work them. The other nice thing, and I didn't do that with any of my samples, but the nice thing about these, they're also great for embellishing the inside of your cards as well. Here is another one with a sneak peek of some paper coming. Wishing you an amazing day, and I thought the sunrise was perfect for that greeting. And then we turned that into a happy birthday card. So wishing you an amazing birthday, just kind of nice and cheery. This is the most recent Stampin' Up! Paper Pumpkin Kit, and they're beautiful scallop note cards. And in this case, I simply embellished it with the corner greeting. I added just a little extra of that fun ribbon that we've showcased yesterday in our video, and just added a few of the sequins. And then of course, all of your corner embellishments are going to be perfect for decorating your envelopes here. And then I would put the greeting, or if you happen to have V-flaps, they're going to be perfect for that. So let me bring in a few of my other tips for you. So the first one is, if you don't have a block that is big enough for your image to fit in the corner, you may want to try just putting it on an angle on your block, because you're still going to be able to see through it and make it that 90-degree angle to fit up in your corner. So the first one is, there's no rule that says it has to go up in the corner of your block, okay? Go ahead and turn it just a little bit if you need it to fit on your block. The next tip though is for when you do put it up in the corner of your block, and it involves inking it up. So let's pretend, since I didn't bring a black ink pad with me, if I was going to hold this like this and stamp on my ink pad, there's a good chance I'm going to pick ink up in here, okay? And if you insist on stamping this way, when you flip it over, make sure that you take your chamois, a little tissue or something, and clean that ink off. Because as much as you try to hold that end up, it's real easy to press it down and then get ink on your paper. The better way, if you want to keep your stamp in the corner and work with it that way, is to leave it upside down and take your ink direct to the stamp. That way you have no chance of getting ink down in this corner at all, okay? So inking it upside down will be the best way to avoid any of those smudges down here. Another tip for you is using Stampin' Up's grid paper, or for those of you that have Stampin' Up's clear acrylic matte, a great way to line up your images. So first and foremost, these are photopolymer, which means that they can easily like be twisted just a little bit. So if you want to ensure that they are on a 90-degree angle, just use your grid mat, and I got to turn this upside down, and kind of line it up along lines on the grid. Just pick 2, so you've got that nice 90-degree angle. You can press your block to it, and then you can pick it up, and you know that the rubber hasn't gotten twisted or kind of drooped a little bit or something like that, because it is photopolymer. Also along those lines, go ahead and put your card so that it's lined up on a straight line, and whatever corner you're going to work on, make sure it's up in a corner. You can hold it down, and now you can look straight down, and you're going to be able to line that up in the corner. So using that grid line to help you. So those are some of the tips for you. But again, I love how this set of corner stamps work together. The one that's the Sale-a-bration free gift with qualifying purchases, as well as just how it encourages, one more, beautiful bags. Look how fun that is. That's some of the paper from yesterday's video and ribbon from yesterday's video, but thank you for everything, and then just a little thank you gift. So we have that one. But again, back to what I was saying about I love how it just encourages just a different look for the samples and things like that. So I hope that you are enjoying the samples. We're only on day 4. We're going to go all the way to January 10th with daily videos. Anytime you have a question about anything that I mentioned in a video, maybe something I didn't mention, something you need explained a little bit further, or if there's a card that still is like, I still don't get how she made that, and you'd like to see made, then please comment below detailing it, like the olive card with the cutout flowers, the airplane card, or something like that. And I'll do my best to go back through and look for some of those. And then after January 10th, then we'll recreate them step by step. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I look forward to seeing you at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. But just as a heads up, tonight I will be debuting all of my 2025 product shares at 8 p.m. So if you're curious to know about all of my shares, I have quite a few offerings this time around. Make sure that you join me at 8 o'clock. Of course, anytime you miss a video, you really never miss it, because they're all always archived here. Simply go up under the media tab or the 3 little dots and look for the word video, and you can always find anything that you missed. So have an amazing day, guys. I'll see you at 8 o'clock tonight, and then 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Thanks.